Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Jess with Love to Plan with Jess, and today we're decorating my July monthly for my wellness planner. I have Blooming Faith from Live Love Posh. I haven't used this book in a while, but this first set here is so pretty. The colors in here are just gorgeous, and I love these florals. I used them when this book first came out, and I'm really excited to use them again. So that is what we're going to use to decorate with. Over at Live Love Posh, you can use code LOVE10 to save on anything that's not a Posh box set or bundle. We're gonna have to do some redating here because this planner is frankenplanned, where I'm using a Simply layout, but we're inserting some dot grid pages. And so this side of July has the correct dates. This is a 2025 monthly, but this side is 2024, so the dates don't match up. It's not a big deal. I typically will add in some fun and colorful dates anyway in my spreads, but this time we actually have to. So I think we'll start there. First, I wanted to put one of these washi strips. Are there 2 pages of them? Yeah. I wanted to put one of these along the top for the days of the week, and then we'll add in days of the week on top of them. And I have these Planner Kate circle ones. I thought that would be cute. And we can either go with black, or we could go with one of these purple or pink colors if I could find one that matches really well. So we'll see, maybe even this teal color. But let's first choose a washi strip. I do like this one. It's way too thick, so I would have to cut it down. Same with this one. I really like this one a lot, but it's too wide. But that's not a big deal. I can cut it. Or we have this one that is skinnier, but it looks like I used part of it. So I think what we will do, let's take this one. It's gonna probably be easier to cut it while it's still in the sticker book, right? I think so. So I'm going to grab a ruler so that I can create a straight line and my X-Acto knife, and we will cut this down so that it will fit a little bit better in this space. So I have my ruler kind of as a guide just to try and get this straight. I'm not gonna measure, I'm just gonna kind of guess how wide we should make this. And right now I'm kind of trying to line up the numbers on the ruler with the bottom of the washi so that, or the bottom of the sticker, this isn't actually washi, so that I can hopefully get this straight. Another way to do this would be to pull the sticker out of the book and put it on a paper trimmer. But hopefully I'll be able to do a decent job here and make it work this way. So let's see, how did we do? Oh, we did pretty good. Only problem now is that it's not going to be long enough. I'm gonna have to do that again. And we can use this sort of as a guide to for the thickness, because I do kind of want them to match. First, let's take some correction tape. Typically, I will use my white gel pen if I'm whiting things out, but I think that it'll be okay using the correction tape this time because that washi is mostly going to cover it, and then we're going to stick that day of the week sticker on top. So, except for those places that we're going outside the lines, that's not ideal. But hopefully that will look okay. I'm going to lay this here. Actually, that's pretty darn perfect as far as sizing goes. And now I'm just going to cut this with my craft knife. And then we can use this as a guide. So it's my book and frame, I'm not sure. Now I can kind of put this down here like that, and then we'll use that as a guide to cut this one. Oops, I went super crooked. All right, I definitely did not do as good of a job that time. So this one did not turn out as well, but we have a smaller space here. So I'm going to try and use the pieces that are good. Like this portion of it is good, and then this one is good. So let's start with this one over here, because I know that I like how I cut this one. All right, and then we can kind of line this up here. I'm gonna leave a little gap in between the two stickers because the sticker itself has that like white space. So I'm kind of trying to mimic that and then lay this down and cut. Oops, we got a little stuck to the page there. Okay, that was kind of a lot of work, but I think that it looks cute. So now we need to decide if we're going to use a color or black. I think because the dates themselves are going to be black, I think that it would look better to have these black as well. So I'm going to put the days of the week in here. And now I'm going to take Date It from Mojo Jojo Plans, and I'm going to use this sort of like fancier font to date here. So we are going to start with the first on Tuesday, and I will just sort of follow the dates along from there. I can match them on this side, but not on this side. So I want to make sure that I don't get myself confused and date it wrong. But I'm going to go through and just put these dates in. And when I am back, then we will go ahead and decorate. We're all redated. I think it looks really pretty. I'm going to take a July sticker from here, and we need to change the year also. This sticker book, I don't believe, it doesn't have any like years in it. But we can just take like a 20 and a 25 from here and create like a 2025 like this. All right, that works. And then let's get a sticker that says July. There we go. And actually, I did see where the months are, there are these 2s and 0s. So I'm actually going to put this 20 back because I took it from like a full set of dates, and now just in that one set, the 20 is going to be missing. So we can add it back here. See what I mean? Like this is like a full complete set. We can add this one back. I'm not going to bother adding the 25 back because I took it from this one, which is already missing some numbers, but we can go to the months and grab a 2 and a 0 from here. This sticker book recently restocked. That's when I purchased it, but I don't know if it's still in stock. I am a new affiliate for Mojo Jojo Plans as of July 1st. So I will have a link and a code for you in the description. At this time, I'm not 100% what my code is going to be. I'm hoping that it's going to be code LOVE10 like it is with Live Love Posh, but check the description to confirm. But I do have a code now, which is very exciting. All right, we're going to use some of these gorgeous florals, and I don't know, should we use these things too? I feel like that would be cute, like in the corners, especially because this is kind of blank over here. Or do we want to just do florals? Oh, we have a corner floral too. Let's do a corner floral down here because we have the space. Yeah, that's going to take up that space nicely. The way that I use this monthly, so typically, or not typically, but in the past, I have used this to write the workouts that I do each day. So every day I'll come in here and write in the workout that I did. And I've been doing that for a really long time now. But I also write my workouts in my monthly spreads, or sorry, in my weekly spreads. And it actually didn't really occur to me until somebody commented when I was doing an After the Pen asking why I do both. And originally I responded by saying I like to be able to see all of my workouts kind of in a monthly snapshot, which is true. I do like to be able to see that. But I thought about, well, is there a better way that I could use this? Could I repurpose it somehow? So this month, for the month of June, I am doing a rate your day in here. And so I am rating each day from 1 to 10 or 1 to 9, I think. And that has been really fun. So I think I'm going to continue that again for July. And I don't know if that's going to, go beyond that, but at least for the month of July, I think I'm going to continue doing that because it has been really fun to rate my day. So I'm going to still put like a number in each day here. So I need to leave space to do that in all of the dates. Just whiting out notes. And then we're going to put this floral up here. It's not like a corner floral, like cut at a right angle, but we can just make it one. So I guess I'll put it like this, and then we'll just trim it down to make it a corner. So the way that I decorate this monthly is going to be a little bit different from a catch-all because I'm not going to put any plans in here, and we are going to kind of utilize every space. So we'll decorate more along like the borders. I'll probably put like a quote or something cute in there. This is really kind of all floral. So I'm going to grab a quote for that space probably. Yeah, I think that that's what I will do. So I'll do a quote there. Let's put a couple more florals along the side and along the top. So just gonna pull out, actually we have some of these that they have like cut edges in the book. So I'm gonna pull those out for sure. And we can put them along like the top here. So let's do this one over here. And this one right here. And then these smaller ones I can cut in half and use them along the border too. So this one can go like this. This one can go here. And then we'll just use like the other half of that sticker there. And then this one is going to be like a little itty bit. But we can sneak that maybe like right here. Very pretty. I feel like this is going to be kind of a simple spread, but I'm okay with that. We'll take this really big floral and put it, we're gonna have a quote there. Let's put a quote like in this space, and let's do a floral like down here. I just don't know if I want it to go flat against here or cut off there. I think I want it like flat against this side. So to do that, I'm just gonna cut like this, and then we can make it flat against. Okay, we're gonna cut off a teeny bit, but I think it's mostly the clear part of the sticker, just a tiny little bit of those leaves. That looks pretty. We do have some scraps, so there's like some random clear stuff there, but let's put this here, kind of extending that. And I don't think we're going to use that piece. Now to add some interest in the center, we will put in some of these boxes. So I'm just going to take, let me check the size of them. Are they going to fit? Perfect. Yes, they fit. So I'm going to just take maybe like, I don't know, 6 or 8 boxes, and we're gonna kind of sprinkle them in the center of the spread. Now this size, oh, I only have one of those, so I don't think that we'll use that. Debating, maybe we also use a couple of these smaller ones. So like this one and this one, at least one on each side of the page. So these boxes aren't indicating anything. They're not for plans. They're not for appointments. It's just to add a little bit of color. And this is where I will like rate my day, like inside those boxes. So we'll do another one here. Let's take a, let's take a dark blue here. And then this maroon color here. And this one, let's do this one up here. I'm gonna take this other box. I feel like we need a little something else on this side. So let's put this on the 10th. I'm gonna just lift this date up. We can lay this box down and then we'll put the date back on top like that. I'm gonna grab some quotes. I actually think I have a quote sticker book on my desk. I do. Black Quotes Volume 2 from Amber Plans Her Day. So I want a quote that'll fit in this space and one here. And then I'd like to put another quote on this side, probably in this area. I just need to leave some room to do my Rate Your Day over here. So maybe something that's a little bit smaller. But we're gonna look for kind of 2 larger quotes, one that's vertical and one that's horizontal. How about aim higher, dream bigger for over here. I'm gonna take choose kindness for down here. I think that that's a good shape. And then it's still gonna leave me, you know, plenty of space to write my Rate Your Day here. And then I'd like one more for up here. I like follow your dreams. I'm gonna white out this line here. I think that this looks really pretty as it is. We can add in maybe a little bit more of the washi in the spread, but and maybe a couple of florals in the center. But other than that, I think that this one is pretty set. So let's go back to these little washi strips. We can take maybe this one. I kind of like this dark one. Let's see. And just put it in a couple of spots. It's actually gonna be too wide. So now that I took it out of the book already, I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. That's kind of what I had mentioned in the beginning, like an alternate way to cutting it in the book. So let me go grab that. So here is my paper trimmer. So I'm just going to lay this down kind of as straight as I can. And then we'll just slice it. And now we have 2 smaller ones. I don't think that they're perfectly even, but that's all right. So now I think it'll be pretty just to add a little bit of, oh no, a little bit of washi inside the spread. If this was a catch-all spread, I probably wouldn't do something like this to be decorative. This in my catch-all would represent a multi-day event, like if I'm going on vacation or if we have something that's happening over several days. But in this planner, it doesn't mean that. It just is there to look pretty. So just to add a little bit of color. Okay, I like it. Maybe some up here. Let's do just right here. And then I think this is actually the perfect size, so I'm gonna just put it right there. I think we're calling this one. I think it's done and it looks really pretty. It was pretty simple to decorate. We just put some florals around. We added some fancy dates and I think it looks really pretty. So we used Blooming Faith from Live Love Posh and you can use code LOVE10 to save there. We also used some dates from Mojo Jojo Date It. I'll have an affiliate link in the description and I believe code 10 will save you some money as well. For quotes, we used Black Quotes Volume 2 from Amber Plans Her Day. And then for those days of the week, we used these Planner Kate stickers. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.